Hey YouTube, Crazy G here with my second video ever. To my whole 2 subscribers, this may seem like a different kind of video, but don't worry, it's gonna be pretty shitty, so nothing's really. Today, we'll be looking at Zilean, the radical Islamic, the Chrono Keeper. Zilean is a utility mage that specializes in ruining the mental of both teams. With an ability that shows when you'll inevitably take damage, a 99% slow that lasts for 2.5 seconds, and an ult that blue balls assassins so hard that they begin claiming themselves to be the messiah. Zilean is one of the most obnoxious champions in the game. Now, Zilean's kit, what does it do? Well, luckily isn't like anything Riot has released recently, but also is a kit that still stands strong even in today's meta. It's simple and easy to learn, but still has some cool gimmicks that everyone could know. Zilean's passive is an experience giver to your teammates, if they deserve it. The real way to use Zilean passive is to hold on to that shit and watch how big you can make the number go. And most of the time people forget your passive exists, so you can do this in every game you play as Zilean without consequences. Zilean's real passive is being a dickhead, because the most fun way to play this champion is to flame the enemy team when you're ahead, and to say absolutely nothing when you're not. Because we all know that this game is 10% gameplay, and 90% flaming people in the chat without getting banned. Zilean's Q is a timed bomb that detonates after 3 seconds, giving them that amount of time to contemplate their choices leading to them being hit. It also has the potential to do a lot of damage. Also, if you use your W and stack 2 of them, it makes them go for 1.1 to 1.5 seconds. And sometimes the hitbox doesn't really look like it's going to hit, and it does, or the other way around, and it's really hard to tell sometimes. Zilean's W is a rewind that reduces the cooldown of his other basic abilities by 10 seconds, which is what lets him stack his bombs to make them go, and which allows him to slow someone with his E by 99% for 5 fucking seconds when stacked using his W. One thing to keep in mind is to use it to its fullest effect, so if you want to double Q someone, use your E on something so as to get the most of your W rewind on both of your basic abilities. Zilean's E is his slow, or speed boost depending on if it's ally or enemy. This is probably one of the strongest abilities in the game because of that thick 99% at max rank. Did I mention it's 99%? It might as well be classified as a root, because if you E an enemy, they are not moving for a long time. And like I mentioned earlier, you can stack his E twice to slow them for 99% for 5 seconds, which is like having Nasus Wither at its max, instantly. Finally, Zilean's R is Mercy from Overwatch. So this parody of Sage revives one of his allies with a certain amount of health that is based on level and AP, which encourages you to build raw AP no matter where you're going. One of the best things about Redemption from World of Warcraft is that you put it on someone, the enemies will refrain from attacking them. Now that we're done with abilities, let's talk about runes and builds. So first off, we have standard AP Zilean, which is usually met with a rune page like this. Honestly, you can build just about anything with AP in it, because he does well with utility, and the goal here is just to make the bombs go boom, since it's his only damaging ability. Then there's Support Zilean, which usually is mostly similar to AP Zilean, despite some utility items in place. Next on the list we have a spawn from my very own mind, Utilion Zilean. The only rule is every completed item must have an active, including your boots. So whenever anything happens, you can just check your utility belt to see if you have something for the situation. And 90% of the time, you're going to be like 1966 Batman, with just something to do the trick. For the final build, I'll reference you to KBVTV and his 3-lived Chrono Bomber video showing you how to truly ruin the mental of any player unfortunate enough to be queued with you. Now combos are something universal across all champions, and Zilean is no different. So first you got the simple EQ, which is a way to make it easier for you to hit your bombs, which can turn into an EQWQE. Or you have a QEWQE, then you can spice it up and do a Q on yourself and run at them to make all a press, which can be turned into a self-Q, self-E, self-Q for the... And probably the flashiest combo of all is the self-Q-Q flash stun combo, to really show people those fancy feet. This isn't very practical though, so don't be trying to pull this off in your games. But the most powerful Zilean combo in the entire game is the R AFK combo. For Zilean skins, we have Time Machine, Old Saint, Religion of Peace, Groovy, Blood Moon, and the best one. In the end, Zilean is a solid champion who stood the test of time.